Because I really want to talk to you a little bit about Neil Gorsuch, Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee, because I know that you're eager to talk to him. Given Donald Trump's attack on the judiciary, saying that a federal judge in Seattle is a so-called judge because it put a temporary restraining order on his travel ban, are you confident that Neil Gorsuch would be able to remain independent, even though he's being nominated by Donald Trump?
Unquestionably. And frankly, I think that everybody across the political spectrum, everybody who believes in America, everybody who believes in a constitutional system of checks and balances should be excited about Neil Gorsuch. This is a really strong pick by the president. And frankly, people who are skeptical of executive overreach should be excited about this guy. He believes in constraining the overreaching tendencies of any branch to overstep its constitutional bounds. As it was clear that Judge Gorsuch was one of the likely finalists, I started reading some of his opinions about 3 weeks ago, and they're really impressive. When the guy puts on his robe, he's no longer a private citizen with private views. I assume at night when he takes off his robe and watches ESPN, he might have personal political views. But reading his opinions, I can't figure out what they are, because his job as a judge is not to be a super legislator. It's to defend the law. It's to uphold and defend the Constitution. It's to uphold and defend individual rights. It's to check the legislature and the executive when it would overstep. And so I believe that Judge Gorsuch is the kind of guy that people who might be skeptical of this or any future administration should take a lot of hope in the way that he views a judge's job. He's a rock star, and frankly, he's the kind of guy the founders envisioned on the court.
Senator, if the Democrats try to filibuster this pick, do you support the nuclear option?
I think it's so premature to be talking process at a stage when I think this guy should be getting everybody's vote. And by the way, he was confirmed 10 years ago.
I'm
just
sorry
remember,
to interrupt. I know it's premature, but that seems to be the way things are going with the Democrats right now. So I think it's definitely a possibility and something that's quite relevant. Do you support the nuclear option, yes or no?
I'm not going to start there. I'll tell you what I do want us to talk about, and that's that Nancy Pelosi said before she'd read any of the guy's opinions, if you breathe air or drink water, you should run for the hills and be scared to death of this guy. That's laughable nonsense, and that's the kind of thing we need to call out as civic discord that is just rank partisanship that doesn't have any seriousness about looking at his opinions. If you look at his opinions, and I trust that a lot of Democrats are going to seriously meet with Judge Gorsuch, take him seriously, read his opinions, they're going to find a guy who's a judge, not a guy trying to be a super legislator. And I don't really think these process arguments should come into play.